Welcome to the Digital Glue Podcast. These digital untangling episodes are brought to you by Crystal Kordalchuk, CEO and founder of Virtually Untangled. This podcast is for entrepreneurs who need untangling from the day-to-day tasks in their business. These virtual world untanglers never underestimate the power of a good idea. And if that sounds like a lofty goal, well, it is. A decade ago, Virtually Untangled was founded with the goal of creating meaningful digital experiences that connect with people. Crystal and her team of honorary untanglers are now providing business owners just like you the opportunity to own your story and share it with the world. So, every Tuesday morning, she'll be dropping a new episode that will help you think big and dream even bigger. Let's dive into today's episode.
As the saying goes, good designers don't use Canva. But that's not necessarily true, and a bit of a stigma in today's design world. In my personal professional opinion, fully trained designers should know both. I truly do believe that graphic designers and Canva can and should coexist. They should make Adobe Suite platform number one and have Canva as a backup for those rush design requests needed on the fly with barely 5 minutes notice from the client. Any well-trained designer knows how to manipulate Canva to an entirely other level, one that most people don't know how to do. While this topic being highly controversial and a bit complicated, the truth of the matter is it's highly unlikely that any worthwhile professional designer would ever use Canva to create business-critical assets like logos, business card designs, or brochures from scratch. If a designer does so without a good reason, that's a huge red flag. Trust me, I've seen it happen to fellow clients of mine, and it wasn't a good situation, which we quickly rectified, of course. And let's not forget that some designers won't even touch Canva on principle. Think of things this way. Canva is like the McDonald's drive-thru design. It's cheap, efficient, easy to use, and utterly satisfying when in a crunch for time, especially if working alongside a team or a VA who also needs access to the workable file but may not have or be a guru in Adobe land. But just like the McDonald's drive-thru, if you as a designer use Canva too much, you'll get hooked. And once hooked, you'll start using it more and more, even when you know you shouldn't be. And the designs created will showcase a lot of the same stock imagery as everyone else is using and look and feel all samey. And that's really not great for the design, the client, and one's reputation. Free design tools are simply given to anyone and everyone with the ability to create presentable, professional-looking graphic designs in minutes. These tools can be used in conjunction with professionally designed graphic assets, keeping costs low and brand recognizability high. So Canva doesn't completely replace the work of the designer. In fact, the two can jive and thrive together. One quick rule of thumb before I go any further. If you need help creating something that is crucial and central to your brand, like a logo, a color palette, packaging, signage, or something that's going to represent you for years to come, then please get a designer on board. However, if you need something smaller and more incidental, like a post for social media, a blog or podcast graphic, or a simple infographic, then designing in Canva can absolutely be an effective method. And don't worry, as a designer myself, I won't hold it against you for using Canva. I use it myself from time to time for a few basics. And if you're a client of ours and ask us nicely, we can even set up a template or two for you. As a professional designer, some of the perks to using Adobe Creative Suite over Canva comes into play when you need a pleasing gradient flow or a realistic shadow, grid lines to allow one to adjust exact angles, curves, corners, and most common, creating print-ready files with crop marks and bleeds. Canva offers none of that, but the Snap Lineup feature does help a little bit. But all this is besides the point. Today, we're here to talk about how to design in Canva like a guru. So whether you're a designer who needs a quick fix or a newbie to the land of design and marketing for your business, today I'm going to share with you some helpful design untangling tips to give your designs the pow they really need, and in such a way that it's not recognizable that you're even using Canva at all. Ready to begin empowering yourself through your designs? Then let's go! First and foremost, 8 types of Canva photos, searchable terms you need to know. Okay, so you're hunting for the perfect image, but feeling stuck and don't have all the fancy stock image subscriptions the average designer does. Well, all you have to do is type in the following keywords into the search photos bar: flat lay, copy space frame, mockup, PNG, which is for images without backgrounds, gradient background, or place for text. And voila, your Canva design life just got easier. Next up, 4 major Canva integrations to make your life easier and speed up your workflow. First, to get to all the gloriously wonderful apps, just open up a design or a fresh new page to create one. And in the left-hand sidebar, look all the way to the bottom where you'll see 3 dots and the word more. Then search for the app name. Once you click on it, the app will shoot itself into the sidebar as a shortcut for ease of use in all future designs. Now here's the list. Brand fetch. Simply enter the website URL, get the logo of said website, then use the logo within Canva wherever you want. Pexels. Click on the Pexels integration and use any Pexels images in your design. Draw. Click on the Draw integration, choose the right tool and color, and get extra creative by creating drawings right in Canva. And the last one, embeds. Copy the URL of your resource, paste it into the embed app where it says paste web link here in the bar, then include the resource in your design. There are hundreds of app integrations you can add based upon your marketing or AI design needs. So hop into that app feature and add whatever else tickles your virtual fancy. Next up, 5 steps to creating transparent text effects. Number 1, import an image into your project design and remove background. Number 2, insert your text so it overlaps the images you just fiddled with. Number 3, duplicate the text, then position the first set of text backward on the image, meaning behind the image. Number 4, then on the second set of text, apply the hollow effect. And number 5, now just simply reposition the second set of text with the effect applied over top of the first set of text. Then whammo, a beautiful, eye-pleasing, transparent effect. And next up, creating text masks for images. Number 1, search for the photo placeholder letters and insert them into your design project. Number 2, drag the photo you want to use inside each letter in the design until your mouse cursor is directly over the letter. Then you'll see the image drop into place. Number 3, ensure the image is the same size, then shuffle accordingly so everything is aligned and not overlapping, especially if you want the image to flow throughout the placeholder letters without breaking flow. And lastly, number 4, group all the elements together, adjust the size, then place wherever you want. All right, folks, second last guru tip of the day, designing a powerful presentation for final use in Microsoft PowerPoint. This Canva tip is actually one of my most favorite ones of all, because as we all know too well, PowerPoint is just not the most user-friendly or design-friendly place to be, especially for creating grand visual impact and flow. So what I like to do is create with the blank presentation page in Canva. This way, I can let the client's brand shine and have absolutely zero limitations to what I want it to look like. Or if more comfortable, you can choose one of their professional presentation templates and simply just click the share button. Roll your mouse down to the more option at the very, very bottom, give it a click, then scroll down to the section where it says save and click Microsoft PowerPoint. Once the file is done downloading, just save it to your preferred location of choice, open it up, and do a few tweaks, as sometimes during the transition, the font names are different from Canva to PowerPoint. So double check all the fonts and all the sizes and make sure everything is the same, then done like dinner. And last but not least, the usual bundle of need-to-know design tips. Limit your typefaces for font sakes. Applying lots of fonts not only makes your design hard to read, but what's even harder is finding which ones actually look good together. And this, my virtual friends, is where your brand style guide comes into play. Don't be scared of scale. Make your design dynamic by changing the scale of the objects and elements, and this will give your design features and elements visual order. White space is your friend. So please, oh please, respect the space of the elements within your design. Give your objects and their neighbors space to breathe. Your composition should be evenly spaced, ensuring there is no overcrowding of shapes, images, or text. Be clever with your colors. Colors are super important in every design as they create visual harmony. So by choosing a warm or a cool or a monochromatic color combination, you will create a tonal foundation for your design. Use fonts to help inform the mood. Fonts have feelings too, so figure out the mood of your content. Is it contemporary or traditional, or bursting at the seams with excitement? Then simply add a typeface that reflects the spirit of your subject matter. Keep things simple. Don't overload your design just because you can. And surely, don't hassle yourself with complex styles and palettes. Some of the best designs in the world are also the simplest. Create multi-page magic. If you happen to be creating a multi-page document, make sure you apply the same font styles, sizes, elements, imagery, or image and text filters, and so on to all pages within the design for consistency purposes. And the easiest way to ensure aesthetic unity across the entire document is by duplicating pages, then editing elements that need changing. Use hierarchy to create order. The most visually dominant feature in a design should be the most important part of your message. Apply a color or a scale to an image or a piece of text to see how it changes the hierarchy of elements and what grabs attention first. And lastly, avoid cliches. The most creative people think outside the box. They don't use typical icons or symbols. One is used to seeing everywhere to represent the topic. They flex their creativity. Search, sketch, and repeat to find new and original icons or ideas to visually communicate with their audience. In the end, whether you're a designer or not, design plays a significant role in content success. You should not underestimate the power of graphics and visual content in today's highly competitive and overcrowded environment. To grab the attention of your audience, you literally only have 8 seconds. 8. So you must have an outstanding visual to make them stop and engage. Designing creative, attention-grabbing visuals is most certainly not as easy as it sounds. But with the right approach, the right direction, and a little practice and play, you can learn it. Using Canva is easy, but utilizing it to its full potential is difficult. And not limited to everything I shared with you today, take some time to expand your mind and your designs, as there is a wide range of exceptional features in Canva, even with the free version. I hope you feel enlightened to take on the design world in Canva after this special Untangling episode. And please do let us know your queries or suggestions in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts, or if you're intrigued to learn more. Happy Canvaing!
And that's a wrap. Virtually Untangled is a full-service business, which means they've got you covered on design and content right through to digital and organization. You'll form a long-lasting relationship with them, as collaboration is central to everything they do. Now it's time to seize the moment and become inbox friends. It's easy to do. Just hop on over to virtuallyuntangled.com or their Facebook page to opt in and receive instant access to the most inspirational ride of your life. So what are you waiting for? Become inbox friends with VU. Until the next episode, keep untangling.